Hi, I'm Jen Gureckis,
And I'm Alec Weibel.
and you're listening to In the Spotlight, BerryDunn's very own podcast where you get to know each member of the Financial Services Practice Group. Today, we are joined by Kerry Winfrey. Welcome to the podcast, Kerry.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's great to be here.
Kerry, why don't you start off first by telling us a little bit about what you do here at BerryDunn?
Yeah, so I can talk a little bit about first what I do within the financial practices group. So I am a staff accountant and I mainly work on our audit engagements involving banks, credit unions, and broker dealers. Outside of the practice group, I am also working through employee benefit plans. And I'm also involved in our employee resource groups, which are designed to create community and support for those who are historically marginalized groups. And I'm actually proud to say that I serve as a co-chair of the Embolden Group, which provides resources and support to all generations of the workforce, especially those facing, say, age-related obstacles. And then beyond that, I'm also an onboarding partner for many of the new hires that we get that come on board.
Onboarding partner sounds really cool. Can you tell us a little bit about what that role entails?
Yeah, definitely. So with the onboarding partners, really just making sure that the new hires are getting acclimated to BerryDunn and providing them with the resources to allow them to really succeed in the role that they're in. So I'm really there sort of like a mentor role and just allowing them to see or get the insight into BerryDunn that they need to be able to succeed.
Sounds like a very important role. Thank you for performing within our onboarding partner practice.
Definitely.
Definitely, Carrie. That's very cool. Sounds like you're really, really involved here at the firm across kind of like a wide spectrum of opportunities. So that's very, very cool. So, kind of taking a step back from firm life here at BerryDunn, can you kind of tell us how you kind of got into the accounting world and how you found BerryDunn?
Yeah, so I would say my journey into the accounting profession was somewhat unconventional. I majored in economics at Davidson College in North Carolina, where my interest in accounting was really sparked by two courses taught by Professor Ben Baker. And despite accounting not being the most thrilling thing to learn about, Professor Baker really highlighted the broader benefits of an accounting career, and that was such as building relationships with clients and are also earning their trust. So that's one aspect of the profession that really drew to me and particularly resonated with me. And then in terms of just finding Barry Dunn, it was actually a lucky search through one of the job search engines online. And it was really through the interview process that I found out that Barry Dunn was really the right fit for me in terms of my career development and growth.
Very cool. So outside of having your, kind of day-to-day life at BerryDunn, and it sounds like you mentioned earlier being really involved with various aspects of the firm, is there anything else working at BerryDunn that really makes you excited to be within FSPG?
Yeah, so I'm excited just to be able to use my background in economics. It has allowed me to really enjoy the work that I'm doing. I frequently apply the skills that I acquire as an economics major, especially during audit engagements. These skills may include analytical thinking and problem solving, understanding market dynamics, so which help in assessing economic factors that may be affecting our clients' business operations, and then also the ability to be able to communicate complex concepts to our clients. And another aspect that that also excites me about working at BerryDunn is the continuous opportunity to learn with each engagement. I feel like every project allows me to really expand on the knowledge and skills that I've been working on, and then also be able to work collaboratively with many smart and capable individuals, whether that's clients or coworkers. These challenges really require me to apply the critical thinking skills I developed throughout my time at Davidson College, making each task both intellectually stimulating and also very rewarding.
Great, Carrie. So outside of all the amazing work that you're doing for our clients, as well as everybody here at BerryDunn with your participation in our onboarding partners and the employee resource groups, what can our listeners find you doing when you're not here at BerryDunn?
Yeah, so I typically participate in various recreational sports leagues. So you might catch me on the ice playing hockey or on the field playing flag football. Recently, I just picked up beach volleyball, which is both fun and exciting. And while I'm not a professional just yet, we are definitely seeing that progress week by week. And then outside of that as well, I am a fitness trainer and coach. And really, when it comes to that, my coaching mentality is rooted in providing kids with resources that I lacked in middle school and high school. And I really aim just to give them access to proper coaching, equipment, and technology that's really going to help them advance in their athletic careers. And then I also focus on going just beyond the gym, showing my athletes that there are many aspects of life that contribute to peak performance. So that might look like taking them through nutritional and sleep webinars, financial literacy workshops, college recruitment strategies, mindfulness activities, and much more. So really at the end of the day, my goal is to ensure that the athletes that we are trying to develop are well-rounded individuals that can really just take on the coliseum of life and endure any challenge that's thrown at them.
Wow, Kerry, that's very impressive. I definitely need more of I need more of that type of stuff going on in my life, Kerry. I'm not hitting the gym like I need to be, so very cool. Well, Kerry, I actually have two questions for you here. The first, and this is gonna kind of out that I'm just a Oklahoma boy and not used to hockey, but when you're up in New Hampshire and you're playing hockey, are you playing indoors or in the wintertime, are you playing on the open ice? How does that work?
So I've definitely played in both indoor and outdoor. It's actually funny that you bring that up because especially during youth hockey, there's a lot of times where we did play outdoor and it'd be maybe like 20, 15, maybe even less than that degrees outside. So we'd have sort of like this space heater on the bench. So every time that we're done with a shift, we come back and we're crowded around that space heater, really just trying to warm ourselves up. But yeah, I participate mainly, I would say probably now mainly indoors, but there's definitely those opportunities to do some stuff outdoors during the winter time.
Very cool. Yeah, you definitely can't do that here in Oklahoma. It just does not get cold enough. But awesome. Well, my second question for you as well, Carrie, was you mentioned earlier about kind of like coaching and mentoring kids. How were you able to get plugged in with that? How did that opportunity arise for you?
Yeah, so I would say mainly my connection with those athletes has been through sports organizations and high schools that I've been able to that I've gone to. So, for instance, I was able to work with a softball organization and baseball organization where they have around 17 plus teams that they have, and basically through that, I was able to partner with them and really just kind of program a strength and conditioning program for them throughout their season and also lead them through, say, group classes and workshops that allow them to really focus on the technical skills that come with weight training. And we found that it was really important for them to have that because not many kids are doing their training correctly, and frankly they don't have that guidance that they need. So in order for us to be able to provide the best services for them, we knew that providing that strength and conditioning and that teaching was going to really push them to that next level. And then in addition to that, I also work with a local gym here in my hometown that I've been going to since I was in high school. So that's another way that I've been able to really just stay connected with the athletic community here in my hometown.
That's very cool stuff, Carrie. Great way to give back. Well, moving on, our listeners might be familiar with this next segment called Schmores, but if you aren't familiar, Schmores is your Mount Rushmore of blank. So Mount Rushmore has four presidents on it. So what are your top four or three? Doesn't have to be four items of whatever the topic is. And naturally, with Carrie being such an athlete, I think it only makes sense today to do what are your schmores of all-time athletes?
Yeah, so I feel like this can be a debate all day, but I'll give my four here. So I'm thinking LeBron James, I'm thinking Connor McDavid, I'm thinking Serena Williams and Muhammad Ali. I feel like with them, they've had impacts beyond just the sport that they're playing, and then also they're just a generational talent within their sport themselves. So I think those would be my top four for now. Who knows, that might change, but I think those are pretty good choices to begin with.
Those are pretty good. You might get some flack in the comments. I hope
Yes.
someone lets us know.
I-
Maybe Rob has differing opinions here, so we'll have to see.
You know what? I'm excited to hear them all, and I'm excited to have that conversation with anyone.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time on the next episode of In the Spotlight.